G'day everyone, BirchOrConquer85 here, and welcome to another video on editing SEUS V11. Today's video I'm going to be showing you all how to get true volumetric clouds back into SEUS. Now, as you all probably have noticed, that the volumetric clouds that are in SEUS V11 at the moment, which are the ones you're seeing right now, are not actually true volumetric clouds. If you actually look in his code, he actually calls them volume clouds, which also technically isn't correct. Basically, they are just a more complex way of doing the 2D procedural clouds that you've seen in these previous versions. So if you fly up through these ones, you won't actually reach them. So what we're going to be doing instead is going to be adding in these volumetric clouds. Now, these are the clouds from Continuum that have been slightly edited to look the way they do right now for SEUS V11. And these ones here, you can actually fly up and pass through them. Now, these true volumetric clouds will actually be running faster than his volumetric clouds from SEUS V11. I've done quite a few frame rate tests with these, and on average I'm probably getting a good about 3 to 4 frames more using these clouds than his other ones. So let's get started. Alright, so once you've located where your SEUS V11 edit is, open it up and open up the shaders folder, and you want to right click on composite1.fsh and edit with Notepad++. Now, there'll also be another file in the description that you'll need to download as well, which is this one just here. And this will contain all the code needed to get the volumetric clouds into SEUS V11. So on line 36, we want to copy this line of code here, right click and paste it in there. Alternatively, you can do Control V to paste as well. Now, what this does, sets up all the defines for your volumetric clouds, for either turning them off, changing the type, the height of them, how fast they move, and coverage. Alright, now Control G, and we want to go down to line 1662, which is just here, and we want to hit enter. And we're going to copy this section of code just here. Okay, copy and paste. Next, we want to go to line 1961. So hold down Control G so you can go to a certain line number. And that's thanks to Past Life Pro for finding that one out. So we want to go to line 1961. And go. Here we hit enter and we copy this section of code just here. Right click, copy and paste it in there. Lastly, Control G, we want to go to line 3204 and go. Right, so here we're going to hit enter and copy this little bit of code just here. Control C and Control V to paste it in. And once you've done that, that's all there is to it. Hit the save button, we can go check it out in Minecraft. Alright, so once you're back in Minecraft, go to your SEUS V11 edit and go into your shader options. Make sure you turn off his other volumetric clouds before you do that, and you should have these nice volumetric clouds now. And one other important thing that you must do is have smooth clouds turned on. Right? Always make sure the high quality volumetric clouds is turned off. You don't need that on, but if you don't have this on, you end up with this sort of effect. Alright, so if you're seeing this in your clouds, then most likely you don't have smooth clouds turned on. Alright, so always make sure that's turned on. And you should have nice looking clouds. Alternatively, you can also turn off the 2D clouds that are behind them as well, if you'd follow my previous tutorials. So, you know, if you don't like this sort of look, you can have it like this instead, without the 2D clouds behind them. Now, as I mentioned before, the new volumetric clouds actually run faster than the old ones. As you can see here, this is using his old volumetric clouds, which aren't the volumetric ones, by the way. But as you can see, I'm getting around 61, 62 frames a second. But if we go over to using the new volumetric clouds that I spent a long time working on for Continuum, you'll see a bit of a boost in frame rate. As you can see, using the true volumetric clouds from Continuum, we're now running about 64, 65 frames a second. So there's about a 3 FPS boost using these new volumetric clouds, which is always a bonus, isn't it? And lastly, I also want to point out one more thing. Now, if you've followed my previous tutorials, you'll have this misc button. All those defines that we put in right at the start are now all located in here. So you can leave it like this if you're not fussed, but for those that want a bit more of a cleaner sort of look to the shader options, you can follow along with this next little section of the tutorial. Alright, so back in your shaders folder, we're going to open up the shader properties by right clicking and edit with Notepad++. Alright, so in here we're going to add another tab in the new options menu. So in there you need to do the squared brackets, and in there we're just going to call it true volumetric clouds. Make sure to add a space at the end between that and the depths of field. Alright, and you can call this bit anything you want, just as long as it's going to be exactly the same on the next line. So come to the end, hit enter, we're going to type in screen dot, and I'm just going to copy this, paste it in there, hit equals, and if you've still got your previous work done before in Composite 1, just come in here and we're going to copy and paste all these to the end of this. So that one there, Control C, Control V, make sure you do a space between each one. Control C, Control V, space, and we'll just keep going. Alright, so once you've pasted all them in, hit save, and we can go back into Minecraft. Alright, so once you're back in Minecraft, you need to go into the options, video settings, shaders, and double click on your SEUS edit to fully reload it. You can go into your shader options, and under new options, you'll now have true volumetric clouds. In there will hold all your cloud options, just to make it a bit neater instead of having everything all in one section. So there you go, true volumetric clouds back in SEUS V11. I hope this tutorial was of some use to you, and that you enjoy these new volumetric clouds. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe and the like button, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye bye.